Hello world. Today we're going to talk about a book I discovered at the local library. It's called Work for a Reason by Larry Winget. I first found the audio book and it had a unique title, and I really wanted to understand it because it's very direct and it didn't really make a lot of promises. It seemed like it was going to get to the point, and it didn't disappoint. The author, Larry Winget, is a person who has built his career on selling and making a way and building companies for himself and having employees, and he gives you a straight perspective on how he looks at his work, how he looks at business, and how he looks at employees, and doesn't care about your feelings. He's just telling you how he sees it and leaves it up to you to deal with it. First of all, he talks about how to work, and he says the number one thing is stop lying about how hard you work. He says people exaggerate how hard they work. More people goof off than admit that goof off. He says, but when you're at work, always do the right thing, and when you're thinking about what to do, there's always time to do the right thing, and avoid busy work. So when you have your get things done list, make sure you're not just killing time. Many people have time killing tendencies. Second thing is success. What's the key to success? It's very simple. It may not be easy to work, it may not be easy, but it's a simple choice. And take things simple at work. Find the simpler way to get things done. Avoid complications. Avoid people listening to people that want to complicate processes unnecessarily. You're there to take quick action and get work done. Next thing, nobody here owes you a living. I mean, you're here to contribute. And if you can't contribute, you may have a hard time. So remember, when you take on a job, a deal's a deal. You have a paycheck coming your way, results are expected from you to give back. So look at it in that kind of fashion, because you want to make sure you're bringing in the results, which means results are everything in this world, okay? And you are what your results say you are. So he's very direct about his approach with that. And so make sure you're bringing in the results for your company. And if you're not, that means it's your own fault. And just like the tagline of the book, your results are your own fault. So if you're not succeeding at certain things, it's because you're not doing things right. It's your fault. It says you don't have to love your job, but it sure helps. But he acknowledges the fact that people don't like a lot of the tasks that they do, and there may be a majority of work that you don't enjoy, but you have to get to the part that you really do enjoy. But if you do love your work, it's great because you can work harder and become great at it over time. And being great at it will help you become invaluable. If you're invaluable, that's the goal. You know, he likes to have people that can do multiple things, that know the business, that know what the company's goals are, and can find better ways to get things done for the company to get better sales. He says work hard on the job, but work harder on yourself. He talks about respecting the workplace, so the holiest of holies. Respecting your coworkers, respecting your customers, respecting the workplace, and respecting your industry. So having respect about things. He uses an analogy about going to church, and people wouldn't act a certain way because they have respect for church. Treat your workplace with respect. He says a sloppy work environment will lead to sloppy results. Number 9, he talks about work being one happy family. He says the ugly truth is sometimes you're the idiot. So you may work with people, and he's being sarcastic when he calls it a big happy family. He says, hey, in your own personal family, you may have dysfunction. Rise above things that are happening in your workplace. Take advantage of where you are. If you have a problem with somebody, you need to confront and communicate the issue. Talks about ethics. It's either right or it's wrong. It's either black or white issue. There are no gray areas. Think about it. If you think it might be wrong, then it's wrong. How to destroy the competition. He gives you one secret there. The best way to you can destroy the competition when you stop believing in them. Dealing with people in your organization. Teamwork. He has a very interesting view of teamwork, which can be summed up in the quote that one bad apple can ruin the barrel, but the whole barrel can't save that one bad apple. You're better off throwing out the apple. And that's how he feels about teamwork, which is a little different than most people think about it. He feels that teamwork is an overrated misnomer. Next thing he talks about is, and it's very important, service. And he spends a lot of time and energy talking about service. And you can't be served. Well, in life, you're not going to be served unless you live a life of service. You work in an attitude of serving other people, because it's all about service. And if you think your job is too important to provide service to the customers, you can easily be replaced with somebody else who has a better attitude, because the customer is the person who's making things go and making it work. So you want to always take care of your customers and have that mindset of service in all aspects of life. And finally, nothing happens until we sell something. So all the operations, all the marketing, all the accounting and financial work is all a function of sales. We have to sell products. He's in the business of selling. If he's speaking to people, he's also speaking, but the main thing is to sell his brand, sell his name, sell his products, sell his ideas. And so that's how he looks at business now. This is a very simple, short way, but he's got a very direct approach. A lot of people, it may stun you a little bit, but it might be something you need to hear, because there are millions of people who think that way in the workplace but won't necessarily tell you that. But he's out there and he'll put it out there for you. And he's really the kind of person that tries to toughen you up so you can be more useful to your employers. I hope it makes sense, and thanks for your time. If you like this one, share the video with friends, share it with coworkers, and if you think there's somebody out there that needs to see it, let them know about the site and check out all the other videos as well. Thanks a lot.